Holy crap, the LML is finally back on the road.
Today is the official start of Enthusiast World Headquarters 3.0. I cannot believe that I'm standing here looking at a perfectly symmetrical, perfectly square string line that represents what will be the outer and inner walls of the pole building. We've got my great friend Mike up here today. He's gonna be the one leading this charge and making sure that my dumbass doesn't make any critical mistakes which could dramatically influence the structural integrity of this building. My wife brings a valid point to the table in the fact that this might not be 3.0.
4.0, townhouse, Marietta, shop, here.
Look at her go. See, this is why I need that woman in my life, because she keeps me grounded, she keeps me sane, and she keeps me on track. This is in the fast lane, aka my good friend Mike. He's gonna be the one that's making it all possible, dude. I couldn't appreciate it anymore. I'm so grateful for this man. You know how I preach about how you have really good people in your life and it makes things possible? Well, this man right here is not only just a friend, he's basically a brother to me. And we are about to make this happen, guys. So we've got our string line all squared up. The building is within a 1/16 of an inch. I've already learned some things, and that's how to properly square a building. This whole process for me is going to be exploration and learning. I also just realized that my wife locked the garage door, and we need to head inside for something very important. It's a whole family affair this morning here at the house. We've got wifey for lifey here chilling with the little man.
You have pants on.
Hi, bud. He's starting to feel a little bit better. Thank you guys for all of your well wishes. He had croup cough and a double ear infection, but my man's strong. Building that immunity. Starting to feel a lot better now.
Oh. Sorry,
And
Dad.
also, my wife is a saint. Parenting is quite the 24/7 project, but it's a huge blessing. I've legitimately stared at these plans on paper for the last 5 months. Today's the day we can finally put them to use. I cannot believe this, guys. Tell me you've never done this before without telling me you've never done this before. How could you tell? We're gonna break up the drilling of the holes. Mike's taking round 1. We've got everything marked off and ready to go. This is getting so real, so fast, right here before our eyes. I never say no to these types of things, and I'm so grateful to have really good friends like that man right there.
Hey, yo, this life gotta be mine. A lot grind, it gotta be shine. Yes. My one and only enemy, swear it gotta be time. Or even to see them myself, and I gotta be lying. I check the mirror, my reflection, be blinded with shine. Too bright for y'all, side beato. To the whole gang, you foul, you need a free throw. Until then, it's ballin', ball out. And put in work, no calling out. I got one job to do me. What's that? And I ain't worried about the cheap, I believe. I work hard and I put in work, and I put in work, and I put in work. Yo, I work hard and I put in work, and I put in work, and I put in work. I got one job to do me. I ain't working non-stop, no sleep. I work hard and I put in work, and I put in work, and I put in work. Whoa, yeah, I be going hard, no days off. If life was a dead job, you'd be late.
And it says China on the side. Made in China?
Man, I be in the sky, want to take off. I be going for each try to do it, take off and land. That's right. It's my job to do me. I guess your only job to hate. I won't cry, I won't weep. I keep it pushing like a Volvo with no gas in it. My point is, I'm gonna get where I have to get. That's anyway, by any means. Do anything, and let me tell you what I mean. I work hard and I put in work, and I put in work, and I put in work. Yo, I work hard and I put in work, and I put in work, and I put in work. I got one job to do me. I ain't working non-stop, no sleep. I work hard and I put in work, and I put in work, and I put in work. Yeah, I work so damn hard, I can't lie. And I work so damn hard, I feel tired. But I love my job, and I see myself in that spot on the top and watch how I get there, dude. And if you probably didn't hate, you would get there too. You gotta show up and show out, and it's yours. I love when they doubt and I score. Cause it show that I put in work. I guess the proof is in the pudding, sir. Man, I work hard and I put in work, and I put in work, and I put in work. Yo, I work hard and I put in work, and I put in work, and I put in work. I got
like something straight out of RR Buildings, located out of Illinois. Kyle, my man, I gotta say thank you and give credit where credit's due for the influence on the decisions on how we're gonna mount and secure this building to the ground, to Mother Earth, to this oh so beautiful plot of land that I am blessed to call my own. Here's a little update for you guys. Obviously, I'm trying to film as much as I possibly can while also making progress. What you learn is there's really not enough time in the day. It goes by in the blink of an eye. So later today, we are anticipating the delivery of concrete. We're not really sure if we're gonna be able to actually fill up all of the holes because we have a rough estimate, a need of about 20 yards. I think if we were to reduce it a little bit, it's probably something about, is it yards or it's square foot? I don't know. I got all these different units of measure that are in my mind right now and I'm kind of losing track. But anyway, we've got about 20. That's what we need. So we're preparing for that as we speak. But allow me to digress. We've got all of our holes drilled to their satisfactory depths. We're at an average of about 20 inches in diameter and about 44 to 48 inches deep all the way through. So one of my biggest fears was hitting rock, and hit rock we did. But the rock did not stop us. We continued to rock through the rock, and we've got all of our 36 holes drilled. There were 3 very smooth sailing holes. There was this one, and there was 3 up front. Let me just show you guys what some people deal with. Not gonna say all, because I know that there's a lot of other builders out there that have had these exact same issues. Here was a very rocky hole. You can see it's large. Because that auger, we put it down right where we needed it, and it was just bouncing all around. Every single rock doesn't just get pulled up, it actually diverts the direction of the actual drill bit. You can see all the rock as a result in the material that came out of that hole. Here are very clean holes. You can tell by looking at the entrance, it's very petite, very pretty, very neat, and all of the dirt that came out is also very clean. So these were the best holes. Unfortunately, they bought us a little bit of time. This was our hardest side. You can see all the material that came out of each one of these holes is very, very rocky. So we spent an enormous amount of time trying to work these down, but we did it. A big rock came out of there. I already put it up in my rock collection, and we had to trench out another rock over here with the pallet forks on the machine. Luckily, the 90 is an absolute animal, but that rock was right at the side of the hole and it wasn't allowing us to trench all the way down. So aside from that, all things considered, I had accounted for a few headache holes, and that we had, but they did not stop us. So here we are. Mike is working on cutting up all of the Lanco concrete sonotubes, which are these units right here. We're cutting those at 16 inches, and what they're gonna allow us to do is actually raise the concrete level to what is our finish grade. We might go just slightly below that. That way our finish pad inside can be set to our final finish grade. We can cover the footer concrete up, and that way it can look nice and finished. Now that being said, back to my comment about Kyle, we decided to go with these Midwest permacolumns. These are really unique brackets. It's a U-shaped bracket with 4 rebars on the bottom, and these are what are called wet set. So once we have our sonotubes and our concrete in its wet state, we will then use our square lines, which represent essentially the outer part of our wall, and we will set these brackets in each hole. We've got bigger brackets in all the corners, so we've got 6x6s here, primary 4x6 construction throughout. We've got 6x6s in all the corners, and then we've got 6x6s for our weight bearing walls, which will be 1, 2, 3 garage bay doors, 14 by 14. So it is a very real construction site out here, and it is so unbelievably A, surreal, and B, exciting. All right, boys and girls, next step in the process is concrete. We expect the truck to be here in just a few minutes.
Holy crap, the LML is finally back on the road. I'm driving. A project that seemed like it took way too long finally coming to an end. But in order to end it, there's some things that we gotta wrap up down at Peach Bottom. One of which being the front bumper, which looked okay, didn't look great, looked alright. So we took that little front mounting plate off and we're getting those holes filled. Right now I am happily on my way down to Peach Bottom after I just got this thing aligned, and it is driving so much better. It was not driving great before the alignment. It was pretty much squeaking around every corner because the wheel was dragging, but we got it taken care of, and it's all good now. So let's keep on mobbing right down the Peach Bottom, and I will see you guys there. see there, I was trying to give you guys a nice little reveal of the front end, but Mother Nature had other plans. It's about to rain severely. So, that being said, this thing was super dirty anyway. We're gonna go let Brody have it for a little bit, and then we'll do the full reveal of it. You know, what's 5 more minutes at this point, you know?
The next day.
Good morning, guys. It is a new day, and there's a beast lurking behind this door. Brody from Accelerate came in last night, threw some ceramic coat on it, got it looking all shiny and perfect. It looks absolutely mint right now. Wow. Even though Brody was here, I couldn't quite text him in time. We haven't put tin on this thing yet. We're gonna head over to Accelerate right away this morning, get Brody to throw some tin on this, and it will be ready to go. Minus its shoes. Those are getting polished right now, and when they get put on, this thing is going to be stupid.
We are crocking and socking, my friends. Man, we just got so much work done. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, guys, just so you know, I am kind of losing my voice a little bit, so I apologize in advance. I think it was a combination of the fact that my son, unfortunately, had croup cough this last week, and being that he's literally made of me, I get everything that he brings home, just maybe in a little bit of a lesser form, because croup cough is kind of more or less a virus for little kids, but he's doing very well. I appreciate everybody reaching out to me on Instagram, asking about his overall well-being. We had to get him on some antibiotics and stuff, and honestly, as a first-time parent, having a sick baby, yeah, it was definitely a little bit tough, but it's character building experience, and we've got an amazing support system, you guys included, and for that we are eternally grateful. So guys, we are standing in what is an enormous amount of progress in just 2 days. Just the other day, this was nothing but a pad of dirt. Now we have what is literally the foundation in footer form of what will be the new pole building. Right now we're standing in bay number, call it 1 of 2 and 3. 14 by 14, plenty of room for activities to come through without a question of a doubt. And now I look back and I'm envisioning a ceiling over our head with LEDs, climate control, whether it's warm or cold depending on the season. We've got windows all along this side with a 10 by 10 garage door over here in the corner. We've got our 10 by 10 garage door framed out over there in the corner. We've got a man door that's immediately right next to that. And then I've got a 6-foot man door, which is all the way in the front right corner. There's gonna be lots of windows, a lot of natural light emittance in here. I wanted to put a garage door in this corner so I could pull the skid steer in and out. That side of the property is always going to be, if anything, a dirt path for us to get around and do what we need to do. This side's gonna be more or less landscaping focused because I am gonna be using it also to maintain the property up here, of course. And then boom, boys, we're standing like right in the center of the building right now. This could be a whole truck and this could be all room for activities. I mean, I don't even know what it is that I'm gonna do with it, but I know I'm gonna figure that out really, really quickly. So I'm pretty impressed with the Midwest permacolumns, guys. They went in pretty well. Somewhat of a nerve-wracking process, being that kind of time is of the essence when you're setting concrete. Now, there's no changing them, no moving them. They are literally locked and loaded. Nothing is changeable at this point in time, but thankfully for Mike, he really knows what he's doing. We've got this whole building so tight to square, we shouldn't have any issues whatsoever. So now we get to dress up the pad just a little bit. I'll probably come by here with the skid steer. We put all the auger material outside so I can just kind of scrape that off, add it to my fill pile over there, do a little bit of backfilling to clean up these sonotubes, get them actually up to what is our subgrade, and then ultimately, guys, we wait. Once we get all of our material and truss completion confirmation, we'll be able to start building this thing. And I think the big takeaway in this is life is all about who you know and building meaningful relationships. And truthfully, if I didn't share the brotherhood that I do with Mike, I don't think that I'd be able to be as involved in taking on something like this that I've never done before. But I think the cool thing about life is establishing relationships that are very meaningful, because when opportunities like this are presented, they want to see you and help you along the way. And that works out so beautifully, especially in my instance, because I love to be hands-on and I love to learn. It's incredible how much I learned just from doing that stuff right there. It seemed so intimidating to me before I got started, but now I feel like I could probably do it again if I had to. So that being said, guys, I hear my son. I want to go say hi to him for a little while. He's starting to feel so much better, which I'm super stoked about. So if you haven't already, definitely subscribe for the continuation of Enthusiast World Headquarters 4.0. Tap that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Stay tuned for the announcement of Dream Diesel giveaway number 19, August 3rd, and I'll see you all in the next upload.
Hey! What's up, dude?
Made in China? Yeah, look, China. Made in China. Dude, I didn't even use it 3 times.